Hello, my name is Stefan Kraus, I'm from Byte the Bytes, and in this video I'm going to showcase you the new UI of World Creator 2023. Please be aware, this is still an early access version, it's not fully finished, it's not fully stable, it's already available directly after purchase, so you can download and use it. You can use it also for productions. But please be aware, it might crash, there might have been issues like bugs, it might have some polishing issues as well. However, this is a preview for World Creator 2023 coming in about a month, summer 2023. Okay, so let's get started. This is the entire new UI of this new version. It's a new major version. If you come into World Creator 2 or World Creator 2022, it's a complete different workflow. Like you have instead now these elements here that you are using to modify things and setting up things. And you have a new entire workflow included, which is way more effective, way more powerful, and way faster than the UI things we had before. Let's start with the first quite obvious thing. So we have this toolbar above here. With this one, you get back to the main menu. With this one, you can create a new project. Here you can load an existing project. Here you can save the current project. You can save as a project. In World Creator 2023, you can save as a package, as a zip archive. So many ways to save a project. Then we have the sync button, which is like the one in World Creator 2 and World Creator 2022. So pressing this and World Creator will put things together and package up everything along with an XML file that is used by our World Creator bridge tools for Houdini, Cinema 4D, Unreal, Unity, and Blender to recreate exactly the same terrain you create in World Creator in those applications. Then you have the screenshot button and you have that about box here. Now, the other thing is that you have that toolbar here. There will be coming a little bit more few tools here, but for now, this is what it is. So you have that focus tool here. If you click it, then the terrain gets focused. You can do the same exactly with the F key. Then you have that open export folder. It actually opens the export folder located on your system, disk drive, in the user documents World Creator folders. This is also quick access to get access to the screenshots folders, presets folders, and everything else that relates to World Creator 2023. Then you have the fast render mode. Actually, this is a much faster rendering mode. You see that it's not a ray tracer itself. Use this mode if you're sculpting your terrain or if you just want to see the better characteristics of your terrain, but it's not in a color mode here. So if you want to have colors, you have to turn it off. We are going to have a mode in between, which will be similar to World Creator 2, where you have colors adapted as well, but it does not create those fancy rendering things just as this one does, but you have everything else together like in a game. You have that real-time generator. If you disable it, you have to press generate each time you're changing values here. Just keep it on. World Creator 2023 has a lot of optimizations. It's a lot faster than the previous versions. So no worries, everything is still generated on the GPU and it's real-time capable. Then you have the heat maps. If you enable those, then you will see the masking for filters and materials, giving you a good idea what parts of the terrain are affected. They will help a lot to visualize your selection masks, in order to distribute your materials better. Then you have that topo view here showing the elevation height informations. You have generate materials and generate filters. Just leave them on. If you turn them off, then in this case, like if I turn off the materials and no materials will be generated, so you will not see colors. If you turn off the filters, then no filters will be generated. So it's like disabling all filters in that properties view here too. You have the filter live preview. This is like if you're adding a filter to World Creator. Let me quickly show you. Just like we are adding for example, a hydraulic filter, and you disable it, it's like you don't have any preview. And if you enable it, you're going to have previews of each filter type that you're trying to add. Next is more like a rendering thing. You have the bloom effect here. You're having the sky, you're having the clouds, you're having the water. You have a depth of field effect for cinematic screenshots. You have the biome visibility. It's like showing the biome masking. You see that the color displayed here in the viewport is the same as the color of that biome here. So that way it's more easy to mask out biomes later on, but for now just keep it off. Then we have the clamp atmosphere if you want to remove the atmosphere effects. You have the screenshot transparent background, which means if you enable it and you're taking a screenshot, then only the terrain will be visible on the screen shot on that image because it's a PNG, and everything else will be transparent. Then you have the GPU information here to the top left corner, and you have the HUD visibility. Now let's go to the hub. You have that compass above. It shows you the direction like west, east, and north, so you never get lost if you're walking on a really large terrain. You have that altitude meter, which shows your current altitude with that arrow here. So we're around 1,100 meters. If I go down, you see that altitude changes as well. And you also have the information which shows the maximum altitude of the current terrain and the minimum altitude. So this is like 188 meters. That should be around that point here, and 36 meters should be around that point here. You always see, so these actually just show the maximum extents of your terrain elevation data. The next one is the panel here. You have that hierarchy window, which is the left part of that window here, and you have the properties window, which is to the right. So the hierarchy window splits up into a search field. You can enter whatever you want here, and everything that matches the search criteria then will be listed here in the hierarchy. You have all these hierarchy elements that might have properties. Some might not. Some are acting more like a collection or like a folder, and of course most of these also have properties, like here for example the biome or the terrain, or like material, or like also under the options here you can set up the things. So it's always the same thing. So everything that you create in Subworld Creator will be listed logically and hierarchical in this list, depending on what you're creating. So it's like if you're creating biomes, then biomes will be listed here. If you're creating biome layers, they will be listed under here, masks and shapes and all that stuff. And biomes and biome layers and shape layers and mask layers are also part of terrain only. So you have, okay. Now, this is a rough overview of the entire UI for now. A few things might change slightly, more specifically polishing things until the full release. And yes, a few more features will be added. Actually, just one more feature that we're adding, and those are the path layers that are coming up, which I will cover in another video once they are finished. Okay, thanks for watching, and make sure to watch the next video. Then we're going to cover the terrain properties and showcase what you can do with the terrain shape at a basic level. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.